Chapter 6.1, Percents and Decimals. When writing percents as decimals, take away the percent sign and move the decimal 2 times to the left. I have come up with the alphabet D dot P. D stands for decimal, P stands for percent. The 2 dots mean the number of times you move it to the right or to the left in either case. So our first example, write 52% as a decimal. So the first thing we need to do is write 52. They say take away the percent sign and then move the decimal 2 times to the left. Well, if you recall, the decimal is hiding behind the 2. So we are now going to move the decimal 2 steps to the left, 1, 2, which gives us an answer of 0.52. Our next problem says write 7% as a decimal. So again, I'm going to write 7. Again, the decimal is hiding behind the 7. So I'm going to move it 2 steps to the left, 1, 2. As you can see, there is a missing piece. So we're going to fill that in with a 0. So our answer is 0.07. Our third problem says 3%. So again, we're going to write 3. It is still hiding behind the 3. We're going to move it twice to the left. 1, 2. Like the above problem, we have a missing piece. So our answer is going to be 0.03. And for our final problem on this concept, you will see that we have 107. Again, we're going to rewrite the problem, take away the percent sign, move the decimal twice to the left, 1, 2, and we now have an answer of 1.07. The next thing we're going to talk about is writing decimals as percent. To change from decimal to percent, move the decimal 2 times to the right. Alright, again, you can still use the D dot P, and it says 2 times to the right. As you notice, there's the 2 dots going to the right, the P. So our first example says write 0.47 as a percent. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. I'm now going to move the decimal twice to the right. 1, 2. Our decimal is now behind the 7. So our answer is 47%. The next problem says write 0.663 as a percent. So I have my decimal between the 0 and the 6. I'm going to move it twice to the right. 1, 2. And that gives me an answer of 66.3%. The next problem says write 1.8 as a percent. So again, we're going to move it twice to the right, and if you notice, we don't have 2 numbers to the right. So 1, 2, we are now going to fill that in with a 0, and we get 180%. And our final problem says write 0.009 as a decimal. So again, we are going to move the decimal twice to the right, and now we end up with a decimal percent of 0.9%. The next is a word problem. It says on a math test you get 92 out of possible 100 points. Which of the following is not another way of expressing 92 out of 100? And as you know, 92 out of 100 would be 92%. So we know B is correct because 92% is 92 out of 100. If we write 92% as a decimal, we take away the percent sign, move the decimal twice to the left, we end up getting D. So we know B and D are both good answers. It's asking for what is not a good answer. So we are left with A and C, and they are both fractions. The easiest way to figure out these problems is to write them as a fraction with a denominator of 100. And we know that 25 times 4 gives me 100. So now we can do 23 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. I get 92 out of 100, which is also good. My next problem is 17 out of 20. And we know that 20 goes into 100 5 times. So I will now multiply the top by 5. 17 times 5, 5 times 7 is 35, carry my 3. 5 times 1 plus 3 is 85, which we know is not 92 out of 100. So the wrong answer would be 17 out of 20.